Hey guys, Fuchsia here. Today we're going to play an old deck that an old archetype. I mean that I kind of didn't play last expansion just because I was so bad at it, which is Rhinoceros or back then Control Forest. But this time the shell is with Chipper Skipper and stuff. The Accelerate package. So I actually found it quite fun this time. And aside of that, we're also going to talk about more mini expansion cards, so that's gonna be fun. So yeah, enjoy the games, guys. Okay, so the first match that I wanted to show was against, of course, the most popular deck I think, and the top of the meta, Rite Shadowcraft. So yeah, I was really pumped about the mini expansion a few days ago, but the new cards kind of got iffy for me. Like, it's still hype, but I'll tell you why I'm not really that extremely hyped later. So here, I focused on draw, and I could have played the Rhinoceros turn 1, but like there's no point because I can just bounce at 2. Of course, they play this, the Sarkistan. So we actually do really well here with 2 Deepwood Wolves. It's really lucky actually. And another one. So this is what happens when you high roll with Roach. They're barrier riding. Speaking of one play point cards, the new blood card, Night Screech I think, is kind of interesting. I don't think it's that good because it's a 1 play point, summon a bat and damage yourself, which is kinda good for Wrath, like it's another activator, but the trouble is that once Wrath is active for you, let me pause this game because I think this is gonna be an interesting turn. But yeah, talking about the card, once the Wrath effect is active for you, it doesn't proc anymore, which I guess makes sense, can be good, but that means like Luzen is useless. it's not support for Luzen, definitely. And I think it draws 1 card and evolve it, so it's a pretty good like value card, but I don't think it puts anything over the top or anything. And the fact that it doesn't work with Luzen kinda is bad too. Like, if it was like deal damage and heal, that would have been better, I think. Either way though, let's play this turn. So we high rolled a lot. We have so much bounce. So what I found about this deck is that sometimes it's Feast or Famine. I don't know, maybe that's just my mulligan. No, maybe I'm mulliganing the wrong cards. Like, I mulligan for draw and Roach. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to do it, but yeah, sometimes I just brick and can't handle them. But other times, I get stuff like this. It's already 3 out of 5. And they have this board, which is kind of unfortunate for them. Not much to do. And I have loads of bounce. So I just bounce this guy, and I don't mind leaving this board up, just because I think it won't lethal us anyways. And here we see I evote and go face. Now this way they're kind of board locked, so they can't play Sacristan and heal because there is no place to burial, right? Oh, and this girl comes out anyways, so they just give up, because they probably know that I either have a bounce or 2 Roaches in hand. So yeah, I win. Roach, high roll, very powerful. So another match I wanted to show you guys was versus, what's it called, Elana Havencraft. So usually against Elana, I think it's kind of, you're not favored because they have so many wards and they can get pretty humongous. But I found this game pretty interesting either way. So yeah, the early turns are pretty slow, so I'll just use the opportunity to talk about the new Havencraft card. Yeah, just talk about that a bit because we're fighting Haven, the Temple of Heresy. Oh man, I'm so excited for this card, man. It looks like such a great meme. So it's basically a countdown 9 that summons one of the dark princes that either Kakaitis or Darkness. Which I think is bad. Like, you always want Kakaitis because it's just so much better. But yeah, it's like countdown 9 and it changes its cost to 1, so you can literally play like Turbo Kakaitis or Turbo Prince of Darkness. That's pretty hype. I'm a bit iffy if it's good. Okay, so they're basically aware that we're not really favored in this matchup, so maybe they're emoting. But yeah, I'm definitely going to make a Turbo Kokaitis or Turbo. Let's just call it Turbo Prince deck. Yeah, it's very, very nice. I think you can get it like turn 5 if you high roll with like play it turn 1 and then you can use Halodogma, and then turn 4 use a Siren, I think. That's pretty cool. So here what I do is basically I remove this. And I just focus on trying to advance my game plan. Now, they think maybe because we can't really remove this Elana's Prayer and we used one of our biggest removals, that maybe they're sure to win this time. And of course, they play the second Elana, which kind of leads to their downfall later, but yeah, it's really interesting. So yeah, Havencraft card, meme, definitely gonna play it, definitely interesting. So here we see why this deck is kind of unfavored. So many words. Thankfully we do have an answer here. But we can't use, sadly enough, we can't use the Evo for the Whirlwind Rhinoceros. That's kind of sad. We did get a bit lucky here, like there was a chance that we can't clear all of that. And I don't know why they're emoting. Maybe they think that was our best clear, and we didn't even get that. Maybe. And I'm kind of actually scared when seeing this. There's so many stats, right? Thankfully, we do have this, which is very important. And I chose it to destroy that instead of the Elana. And they're pretty happy that we were forced to use that instead of the Elana, I think. So yeah, we just focus on the Roach because my plan was to use one of the Roach to just trade and then go face with another Roach and bounce because we have all 3 Roaches in hand and a bounce, so. But I basically tried to shut that down with this pretty good play actually. To have this gigantic 12/12 ward. But here's the turn where it gets interesting. So I play Chipper Skipper and Primal Giant just to heal. Of course, this Evos. But of course, I also play one Rhinoceros just as I planned, but this isn't enough. But thankfully, because this has so many Evos, Union Bursts are really easy, so we can actually clear this board and heal. And leave a 5/4 and a 2/3 on board, which is pretty good, I think. Yeah, pretty nice. And they could have killed me, I think, if they really high rolled hard, but they didn't, and they ended up kind of board locking themselves. Yeah, pretty easy from here on out. Since we already have another bounce here, just remove one of them, and then go face. Maybe they didn't expect that. But yeah, this is the power of Roach. But don't be mistaken though, this is still a bad matchup unless you got lucky, kind of, like me. Or if you're an expert Roach player, like maybe the Jordy. But yeah, I just emote back. -7. Yep. Okay, so the third match I'm gonna show is against Swordcraft. So yeah, Swordcraft, kind of interesting. Because of the variety, I think. Like, some of them use Union Burst cards, some of them don't. Some of them are Evo, some of them are Rally. Kind of fallen off a bit. I think this has a slow start too, so I'm gonna talk a bit about the Rooney, Resolute Diviner. I'm also hyped about that card because, you know, maybe some people will hate me for this, but I actually really like Spell Boost. So I'm actually pretty hyped that there's a possibility that Koan will come back. And so here I had the chance to play Airbound Barrage, but I didn't think it was worth it, especially because I couldn't like maximize the Roach. And I decided to like maybe later on Evo turn play it. But yeah, guys, the Rooney finally heal for Rune. And you can also get like damage, I think. So let me read the card. So first is Spell Boost your hand for 2, which is already amazing. And then if it's spell boosted one time, it also draws. And then like this stacks, it deals 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Then 3 damage to the enemy leader and 3 heal to your leader. And then and then it clones itself if it's spell boosted 10 times. Like, that's wild. Like, the good thing about it is that it scales up. Like, you get all of those effects. So even if you don't get to that spell boost 10, it's still a great card. Like, even as a 2 play point, spell boost 1, it's already a good card. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped about that. At first I was like, not sure about this, but after I thought about it a bit and kind of saw it on Igni's stream, I was like, yeah, this is a great card. So yeah, looking forward to that. Back to the game though. Of course, this is what happens when you as sword, I think it is Evo sword, you kind of thrive on controlling the board, kind of. So yeah, this happens. I think here, because we have 6 play points, I decided to play the Zelgnia. Because we have exactly 14 HP. Evo the Roach, trade here. Also, the final card revealed at the time of this recording was Phylene Absolute Zero. I don't know. So I have this thing, right? I don't know, man. I didn't. Okay, here's the thing. It's so strong. It's basically the old Phylene on steroids. Like, seriously. Let me pause this for a bit to like underline it. So it basically clears any mini board with 1 HP, and then it gives you a White Frost Whisper on Fanfare, which is basically, it's already a 5 play point destroy a follower that's targeted, and then if you Evo it, you get a 1 play point White Frost Whisper, so it's like a 6 play point with Evo destroy 2 followers that you choose. So it's pretty insane in my opinion, and I'm kind of upset because, well, I have this thing where I don't like Phylene. Long story, but it became kind of a meme. And I guess like it got to me, and now it's a thing that I don't like it. Either way though, this is a pretty good board. don't get me wrong, she's pretty cute and she's a good card. I just have my reasons for like having a reputation of disliking it, so I just go with that. I actually don't mind her anymore because I won the leader vote. But don't tell people that, I just want to keep it going. But anyways, yeah, back to the game. So this is what I was talking about. There was this is why I thought it was kind of evil, because it had mutant burst cards. But yeah, I'm not sure. Either way, they decided to sacrifice the Fiora in here. But I don't think it's quite enough, because we have 8 play points and we just drew a Roach. So I just rolled the dice here and there you go. Easy, 21 damage. Yep, this is how you can, this is how Roach goes. Usually, when you lose, it's because either you didn't draw a Roach, or they make a super large board that you can't deal with. So Shadow, Elana Haven, this is not that great at, but this is good. Okay guys, so that was the deck and gameplay, and the new cards. Kind of excited, really excited for the new Havencraft card. The deck itself, this deck, it's not the best. I think it's viable, and if you have the skill, it can basically masquerade as a top tier deck, I think. But if you don't have it like me, it's an okay deck. It's a good deck. I wouldn't say it's okay. Like I think it's like top tier 2 for someone who doesn't play it day in day out. But yeah, that's all for the deck. For the cards, I'm really excited about the Havencraft card. Like really excited, and kind of not excited for the Phylene. I'm excited for the Rooney and the Havencraft card. The Blood card is kind of and Phylene is kind of oof. Cause like imagine you play the Havencraft card, and you put down the 5 play point 13, and they just White Frost Whisper it. That's not funny, man. Or Silent Rider, and they just remove it with 1 play point. Oh my god. Overall though, the expansion still looks good even though there's Phylene. So, apologies to all you Phylene lovers out there. You're all still great people, just with maybe not the best taste. Just kidding. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love this video, give me a sub. And have a nice day.